Welcome back, Gale Force. Today we'll be talking about Abel, a unit from the Arcanea saga of games. Today we'll be discussing his incarnations in the remakes, and first let's talk about his traits. In Shadow Dragon, Abel is with you from the very beginning of Chapter 1. Thanks to this, he has a long time to make use of his growths, which focus on skill and speed, but are overall more speed focused than his counterpart Cain. Abel starts with E swords and D lances. Abel is supported by Marth, Est, Pala, and Cain. Abel is one of your more reliable units thanks to his 65% speed growth early on, as well as his D rank in lances allowing him to use javelins at base. This allows Abel to train to use the powerful Rider's Bane far more quickly and easily than Cain, which gives Abel a greater niche in the later parts of the game, whereas the Iron Sword is more than enough for him to make do in the early chapters. After promotion, Abel can also reclass into a Draco Knight to take further advantage of his higher lance rank as well as gaining flight, while retaining most of his good qualities as his growths will barely shift. In New Mystery of the Emblem, Abel rejoins you in Chapter 15 when spoken to with Martha Est. He begins with D swords and B lances as a level 1 paladin wielding a Rider's Bane. His growths focus on his strength, skill, and speed. Abel supports Paula, Cain, and Est, and is supported by Chris, Marth, Est, and Cain. Abel in New Mystery is, in a word, awful. In fact, he's borderline unusable on higher difficulties thanks to his very mediocre starting stats. Nearly every other character you'll have will surpass Abel by the point in which he becomes available, and his performance is so incredibly bad in his joining chapter that it begs the question of just what the developers were thinking. His growths are good enough that he can be used if you really want, but he'll offer precious little should you choose to do so. In conclusion, Abel is a very good unit in Shadow Dragon and among the bottom of the trash heap in New Mystery. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and click the bell if you'd like to get notified when I post a new video. A special thank you to patrons 60 Sweep and Gorilla Danny for subscribing at the Paladin tier and Bosnia for subscribing at the Great Lord tier. And also to YouTube member Jerry for joining at the Paladin tier. I'd really appreciate if you checked out the links in the description if you can, but otherwise, have a great rest of your day.